say you got my back while you lie.
Whether it's hip hop or R&B, we got you.
I keep on winning. We don't win. I never lose.
Oh, you wanna skank it up on some reggae vibration?
You know I'm no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Or better, so we can bring it back home and shake up the spot with some Nigerian flavor.
So mama me lolly.
As long as it's good and intelligent music,
98.9 FM keeps the hit spinning.
back to back.
Perceptions could change, opinions can be formed with more and accurate information. Get all sides, views, and opinions on topical issues. Have your say on Perspectives. With Twin Alabi at 9 a.m. Mondays to Fridays on Invicta 98.9 FM. Perspectives. All sides, all views, all individuals are welcome.
The time is 9 o'clock.
Good morning once again and welcome to Perspectives on Invicta 98.9. It's 1 minute past 9 o'clock this Wednesday morning, the 16th of December 2020. My name is Ihiana Cho Prince, sitting in for your regular host, Tony Alabi, who is unavoidably absent at the moment. Hopefully he would be around tomorrow to take you on the program. But this morning, we would be talking about a couple of issues that are in the front burners in the Nigerian space today. As we see it, it would be Have Your Say, session where you can make more input on the program. It would be more of you talking today on the program and sharing your thoughts and, what you feel or how you feel about some of these issues. And this morning, we begin with, what's happening in Kaduna State and what, and then move on to even bigger issues. Nationwide charity, they say, begins at home. And, the governor of Kaduna State and the government of Kaduna State, in general, is considering a lot of alternatives to another lockdown in Kaduna State as the number of coronavirus cases continue to soar. We've seen over the days that there's more infections around the world, not just in Nigeria but around the world, even as we have also seen or been told that the virus, the vaccine has been provided. And people are beginning to take shots and testing, the vaccines. In the US, there's been, a nurse has taken the vaccine. Also in the United Kingdom, we're seeing that, the Pfizer vaccine has been tested or is being tested there. Now, the question is that most Nigerians are asking is, why is it now that we have a vaccine, why is it now that the numbers are skyrocketing? While some other, conspiracy theorists would say, maybe it's a conspiracy to make people want to take the vaccine. Well, that may not be the case, but then we on this program always bring you every perspective on every issue, right? Every side. What are the people saying? What are they thinking? We constantly would bring them to you, right? And so, even if we do not believe that that those conspiracies exist, well, we have a responsibility to also tell you what other people are thinking, as well. As much as the numbers are increasing abroad, we see the numbers also increasing at home. All right, in Nigeria. Just yesterday, it was announced that the CJN, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Mohammed, had tested positive and is receiving treatment in Dubai, even though that report as well may have been debunked. The spokesperson of the Supreme Court came out to say, or the Director of Information at Supreme Court, Dr. Festus Akande, disputed that and says, that statement by Justice Salawa is not true, as there is no medical report to show that the CJN, tested positive for COVID-19. Also, still speaking on COVID-19 in Nigeria and in Kaduna State, as it is coming back home now, the state government has ordered schools to close down, in view of the rising numbers of the COVID-19. All schools are expected to today, as a matter of fact, close. And the governor is saying we do not want to lock down, but we are considering other measures. If the people would not social distance, if the people would not, wear the face masks and all, then we wouldn't have any other option to, than to lock down the state again. Well, still speaking of lockdowns, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry lent their voice to the cause yesterday, saying, another lockdown would only worsen the economic, situation in the country at the moment. That the Nigerian economy does not need any lockdowns as it is. And if they're saying that, it means that, we all should be looking at a different direction. We all should be taking responsibility to avoid any further lockdowns. Let's listen to the Kaduna State Governor as, on this issue. Right, apologies for the mix-up there. Let's get this now.
To enforce the wearing of masks. If people refuse to wear masks and observe social distancing, we will consider locking down the state once again. Nobody wants that. We know the impact of that on lives and livelihoods, but we must save lives first.
Right, that's the Kaduna State Governor, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, there saying we must save lives first. Lives are very important, and if the people would not do what's expected of them, by wearing face masks and observing social distance and all the protocols, then we may not have another choice but to, enforce another lockdown in the state. Right, that's one issue, and we would want to hear what your thoughts are on that, regarding that issue. How many people actually, if you look at the buses in Kaduna State or the transport in Kaduna State, you would observe that, the social distancing that was once observed in, transport buses is no longer there. Now the buses carry what they call full load, and everybody is sitting there even without a face mask. How do we prevent this? The governor has said, there would be mobile courts again, and you may not know it when these people would clamp down on you. You may not be suspecting, but if you're caught, you would face the court, and sanctions would be meted out. Also, looking at the kidnap that occurred over the weekend, very, very sad story, where the conflicting numbers. Some people are saying 600 boys, some people are saying 300, some others are saying 10 students were kidnapped from GSS, that's the Government Science Secondary School in Kankara, Katsina State. That happened over the weekend, and it has been a source of concern to most Nigerians and even the global community talking about this. We're seeing a situation where the security situation in the country may be getting worse. The Senate has come out to say, this is not good for us. We need to act now and act fast, urging, the executive to act fast and act now, and to change the narrative of security in our country. Well, looking at that situation, where students are no longer safe in the classrooms, people go to school, students and teachers alike have been taken away. It's really affecting education in Nigeria. Schools across some northern states are beginning to close, not because of COVID-19 now, not because, it's a holiday. Oh, yes, we know that the holidays are around the corner, but then mainly because, there's insecurity and people are afraid to have their kids in school, and the government is saying, we need to be proactive, keep the children at home so that they don't get picked up from school. Now that's for the worsening the educational sector, worsening the cases in the educational sector, which is the fact that, don't forget that we in Nigeria were reporting close to 15 million out of school children. Education is really suffering. ASU is still on strike, but by the way, we saw a couple of weeks ago kidnapping of lecturers and students from universities and university campuses. That's actually a problem. People are concerned about that. Nigerians are concerned. What's happening? How do we tackle this? How do we, move from this point where people can no longer go to school? ASU is on strike. Education is really suffering in this country. What's going to be the fate of the next generation of Nigerians? Would they be a generation that lacks education? As it is, we talk about the quality of education in Nigeria. People are saying that is, it's really nothing to write home about. If it worsens by the fact that people can no longer go to school completely, what do we look forward to? What does that portend for us as Nigerians? One other big question that Nigerians have been asking is why, the House of Assembly or the National Assembly would not allow, the federal government undertake the 774, special works program kickoff as scheduled January 5, 2021. The House of Assembly has said the federal government should not take off on that, scheme, that it should hold on. And there's also contesting the removal of the Director General of the National Directorate of Employment, who was replaced, Mr. Mohammed Arugungu. Now, what could it be that the National Assembly is trying to achieve with that? That's a question on the lips of many Nigerians begging for answers. We would also be looking at the fact that there's more loans coming into Nigeria, right? The loans for the Ajokuta Kaduna Kano rail line, approved. The House of the Assembly summoning the Minister of Finance, around those loans. What are the modalities? What does it mean for us? How do we account for these loans? Is what, questions that we need to ask and we need to find answers to. All right. If we keep receiving these loans, especially from China, remember a few months ago, there was, controversies around, the China loans and saying that we're signing off the sovereignty of Nigeria. Yesterday, something happened. A video was trending on social media where an officer, of the Nigerian army was commanding a parade in Mandarin, speaking China or Chinese, and it seemed funny, but people are saying, gradually this may be where we would end up, where our military, we see what's happening in Gambia, and Nigerians are worried. We don't want this to be our fate. We don't want this in our nation. If a military commander is giving commands or commanding a parade in Mandarin, what informed that? It may seem like a joke, but is that even supposed to happen? Is Mandarin an official language in Nigeria? Should the military even be playing or having, making such jokes? Big questions that people need to ask. All right, China and the Nigerian loans. Are we gradually ceding, our sovereignty or, surrendering our sovereignty to China by accepting these loans? These are all conspiracy theories. People are talking about these things and saying, there's portions of these loans that we may not know. Very soon, it could become a situation that's similar to that of Gambia, where the Chinese would control some of our big parastatals and even MDAs. They would be in charge. Would that be the case for Nigeria? Big question. also begging for answers. Now, we would also love to tell you about this. This broke in the morning, and people were talking about it. People have been talking about it even again on social media. Come December 30, Nigerians whose SIM cards or telephone lines are not registered, don't have the national identification numbers, may cease to function. So if you're not registered, you don't have the national identification number, you may not be able to make or receive calls. Your SIM cards may not function again. So, what this means is that all Nigerians need to register their SIM cards and also have the national identification number, attached and registered to it. So do well if you can. Get out there and register for the national identification. Personally, I don't even have the national identification number, and I'm worried because if we only have less than 2 weeks to do this, what's it going to mean for us? Would it mean that some of us may and get into the new year, not having phone lines and not being able to reach our loved ones, and them not being able to reach us, because I don't see the possibility of the large number of Nigerians who do not have the national identification number registering their SIM cards before the 30th of December. That's because many of us have made attempts to get these registrations done or get the identification number, but we've met brick walls, maybe because the registration points are not close to us, or because we go there and the queue is massive. One thing or the other may have resulted in our inability to register for the national identification number. Many issues and the front burners, but these are some of the few that we would be looking at this morning. All right, you want to share your thoughts with us and your opinions on some of these issues, the way forward, especially finding a way forward to these issues. How can we remedy, first of all, the COVID-19 situation in Nigeria? How can we make sure that the numbers are low? How can we ensure that we do not have another lockdown in the States and in Nigeria in general? Moving away from that one, how can we improve the security situation in our country, especially around education, where people can go to school and feel safe, people, can graduate on time and not have all the strikes and everything going on around the educational sector. We also will be looking at the loan situation, borrowing and all that stuff, and what the National Assembly is saying regarding unemployment, the 774,000 jobs that were supposed to kick off by January 5, 2021. All of these we would be looking at. We'll open up the phone lines now and take your thoughts around all of this. 081 40,000 989 and 070 87 800 989. All right, time for us to hear from you. Let's take your calls. Hello, good morning.
My friends, good morning.
Good morning and welcome.
Kure is the name.
Kure, it's good that you joined us this morning.
Thank you. Issue of this national identity card, you've said it yourself. You don't even have it. How did you get it? That's just the first thing I have to start with. And to crown it all, we are on lockdown now, or we are in a high rate of this COVID-19. How will they be sure that they register within 2 weeks? So the government should always do the needful. These kidnappers of a thing, they don't use their SIM card. They use other people that they kidnap their SIM card to call. So if me as a layman can use that opportunity and track and see where they are, I see no reason why the government can't do that and get these people. So they should always do the needful. They shouldn't be telling us some people will be going there and queue there. At the end of the day, God forbid, but some will die there because of too much crowd. You can't expect, you are expecting people to stand at social distance and you are telling people 2 weeks. Why not make it 3 months so that anybody that didn't get it today, tomorrow, by next week, he will get it? Honestly, this government, there's nothing that they have brought to us apart from hardship, and God will surely pay them back. Secondly, about the governor saying that he won't hesitate to lock us down. If he is ready, I'm ready. I'm on lockdown since 2015 already. So if he's ready, I'm ready too. But he should prepare. My food will be coming according to how my children are eating. Finally, about this insecurity of a team. Me, I've stated this morning, by God's grace, come 2023, if God did not check my life, I will not vote PDP or APC because they are almost the same thing. Because they can't continue ruling us just to pay us with hardship. I'll go and queue more than 3 to 4 hours to vote somebody at the end of the day. This is the only thing that he will pay me back with. Hardship, hunger, kidnapping. God will surely pay them. I think they've sweat, either with Quran or with Bible. God will surely pay them back what they want, what the situation they put Nigeria into.
Corey, this is not. Thank you very much, Corey. But this is just to let you know, some of these issues are not things that we should, what's the word for it now? Fight or quarrel about. These are things that we can address as a people. Make suggestions and how we can address these things. The people in government, they don't know it all. Sometimes your small, suggestion or thoughts can change the course of things. If you're a great thinker, some other people may not be great thinkers. So if you have a strategy or an idea as to how things can get better, why don't you just say them now? Somebody's listening. Trust me, people are listening, especially the people who matter. So let's make sure that we are able to come up with some level of ideas that can help the situation. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, sir?
Roland is speaking from Guningora.
Roland, you're welcome.
This government called APC. They are coming here to destroy and kill.
Roland, we are not about this morning. Please, we are not about accusing or attacking anybody. What we are about is finding ways to better the lot, finding ways to change the course, or the status quo. How can we move away from this? We're not accusing anybody or saying, the APC or the PDP or the ANC or whatever. We are all about moving Nigeria forward, okay? How can we change the course of things? How can we better the security situation in the country? How can we better education? How can we, better the fortunes of our economy? That's what we're looking at. Please, let's do that and have a good program. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Prince, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning once more.
Thank you.
I'm doing your morning.
All right.
Yeah, you have done justice to the topic this morning by introducing it to us, and we appreciate the privilege given to us to contribute our part. You see, my brother, the elite we have in this our generation, I don't think that they have this country at heart. Reasons why. Our founding fathers, this same elite, enjoy free education, enjoy almost everything free. So why is their own time they are trying to destroy our education because of one reason or the other? I give you reasons. The COVID-19, there is no doubt about it, is with us. Other clients put measure to make sure that the thing does not disrupt whatever that they have built. Now, we are talking about the insecurity, that most of the schools now are being closed because of the insecurity, because they could not assure the people security, which the first primary responsibility of any government brings. Any government is to secure lives and property of the citizens. Now, if they are closing schools because of they are not assured of the security of the people, didn't you think there is a problem? Can you ask where are their children? All their children is either in their Dubai, one United Emirates area whatsoever. The children of the common man, your brother, my brother, they are the ones in this country, and now they are trying to downgrade our education sector. Is it fair? Please. Now, even the elites themselves, where are they? Most of them are in Dubai. Most of them are in Dubai, flexing there, allow us here to suffer because they have acquired more than enough that will sustain them for the next 100 years. They are there now, flexing. So we should remain with our problem. But unknown to them that those countries that they are running to, they plan to build up that country now that they are going there to enjoy. What is making them? Why can't they arrange our own country so that it will be conducive for you, me, your brother, my sister, everybody? That they will pack the God-given wealth here to another foreign land and make it better. It's rather unfortunate. Now we are talking about the insecurity. Please, let's return back there. You see, if we have joined force with the former administration, I think this issue of security should have been things of the past because there was an headway in this issue of security. We are succeeding in this security when we invite some missionaries during the former administration, and they are bound to even conquer this insurgent, this Boko Haram of a thing. Then this administration came on board and now told them that they will take it from there. But today, where are we now? Everything they play politics, everything religion enter into it, everything sentiment enter into it, and it will not help us. It is better we have this project called Nigeria.
Engineer Emmanuel, we're not about what do you call it now? Any form of sensationalism or trying to sensationalize the issues. We're trying as much as we can not to do that. We already have a dire situation in our hands. We're not trying to escalate it. So please, anybody who's making comments on the program, try as much as you can not to be insightful, not to incite any form of agitations. We're trying to curb that. Already we see the skirmishes everywhere. Please, let's keep it as civil as possible, so that we do not step on the line and just make things worse for ourselves as a people. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the phone lines will still be open. We would be taking your views on the program, but remember, please keep them very, very decent and courteous.
Invicta FM. Invicta FM.
Welcome back. Perspectives is still the program on Invicta 98.9. We have been talking about some of the burning issues in the polity Nigeria as it is. We started with the COVID-19 numbers and what what we are experiencing at the moment. The fears of another lockdown is all everywhere, and as much as we do not want the lockdown, we also need to save lives. And that's what the Kaduna State Governor has said. What we need to do is, observe the social distancing protocol, wear face masks and wash your hands as regularly as possible. That's going to really help us, put down the numbers. And with that, we may avoid another lockdown situation. Also, we talked about, the loans that Nigeria is taken from especially China. The World Bank as well has given loans and approved some monies, about $1.5 billion for Nigeria as a recovery stimulus, right? That's coming to Nigeria. What would all these monies be used for? How do we account for these monies and how they are spent? We also spoke about the security situation in Nigeria. We're still speaking about that. The kidnapping of students from Kankara, the government science secondary school in Kankara, Katsina State. That happened over the weekend. The unemployment and the 774,000 jobs that the National Assembly is seeking to halt at the moment. That's supposed to kick off in January, on the 5th of January. But, the National Assembly is saying the federal government should not go ahead with that. We also talked about, the situation that we have with the education. Education is suffering at the moment as a result of not just insecurity, but also because, the federal government and ASU would not come to a compromise. Let's all of these issues are what we're talking about this morning. So let's let you in again. 081 40,000 989 and 070 989. That is 070 989. And our callers here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Right, we lost connection. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Prince.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Gabriel Tezama.
All right, welcome.
In fact, we commended Invita because in all her programs, you see that and they always letting us on how to prevent this COVID-19. Now, and I also commend His Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, because he's among the governors who always came out and told the Nigerians that he has been infected and is under public treatment or trying to be tested. So I think this is what we want our leader to be coming out to do. Secondly, sir, how to prevent this COVID-19. Unfortunately, if you go to most of this market, you go to motor park and these buses, they say that now they are carrying 8 or 10. Now it's supposed to be reduced to 5, but hardly you can see anybody. If you didn't want to sit down, they'll say you can come down. So I think the National Union of Road Transport and others, let them try their best to enlighten their members and advise them on what to do. Because if from there, I think the thing will be reduced. Secondly, on the kidnapping of these students, one of the parents this morning came out and said the government should try to negotiate. And I think some security experts also advised that they should negotiate instead of using force. So we are pleading that the government should go into negotiation. Because they say, how someone say, Father on the African water. That means anything that passes your power, you take it to be placed. So at this time around, anybody, like today we had that the United States or other one agency for Africa, they want to assist Nigerians. Let them come in and assist us. And we want the government also to be very, very sincere in what he's doing, because up to today, nobody can identify that social person, Boko Haram or kidnapper have been arrested, have been prosecuted. We already heard that they kidnapped them. They have been arrested. And so nobody. The government should be sincere and bring these people. Let them tell the public this is what we have taken measure of taken against these people. So people will be assured that the government is very, very sincere on what she is doing. We are pleading seriously with the president, Muhammad Buhari, because in this government, if you look at the Minister of Education, for example, sir, last time when they were negotiating with the doctor in GG, the Minister of Labor, he was saying that we don't care, we have so many doctors. So people like that, when they are saying some certain statements, they should be very, very careful, because we want our students. In fact, I have a son now who has been at home for quite a long time. We want them to go back to school. Let the government at least come down, negotiate with these people, and make sure that our students are back to school. It is not a good thing at all to allow the students to be. Thank you, Prince. And today is 16 December 2020. It's 18 years exactly as we close. 8 years up to today, nobody pay us, and we don't know what we are doing. We don't know what we have done to Nigeria. We pleaded seriously that you assist us, so that the government should come and intervene in our matter. 18 years now, Kaduna Teza Limited closed. No cover, nothing paid to us. Thank you, sir.
This struggle continues. We hope that someday it would yield. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Inyanacho.
Welcome. What's your name?
Thank you. It's Francis from Maraba.
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Thank you. Honestly, on the whole topics that you have rolled out this morning, they're all unfortunate that Nigeria, a nation, is passing through so many trials and pains, and the leaders are just paying lip service to all those things. Why did I say they are paying lip service to that? Come to insecurity, that is the number one problem that is dealing with this country. Leaders on board presently and without sincerity to fight this menace. Why did I say? If the president of a nation that is passing through this time frame is still finding the security chiefs worthy of controlling our security agencies, why then are we disturbing ourselves? If the president is still fighting those people ready to be in that office, even when the age of chief of army has passed, you still return him there, showing us that there is no any other qualified general in Nigerian army that can take that post. No need of we disturbing ourselves. That means they know what they are doing. So we don't need to be worried about it. Let them continue doing what they are doing. Look at the education aspect. All their children are outside. As of 2 years ago, when our president was in Daura crying, his student was all in Nigeria. Where are they today? When a leader is so comfortable with the resources of the nation, they can never do anything meaningful to the nation because they are all comfortable in their zones. From the presidency to the chairman of local government and other heads of parastatals, they are all comfortable receiving huge amount of salaries and allowances while the citizens are wallowing in poverty. What are we talking about? The problem we are facing today is problem of leadership. And they know vehemently well that solution to this is for them to step down from that glory they are occupying, which they didn't merit. And they are not ready to come down from that place. So how can the problem be solved? It can never work. We are just wasting our time shouting all over, every day crying. The solution is for our leaders to admit that they are the cause of what we are passing through. Why should a serving president, senator, or whatever, 10 millions of naira? Why lecturers are earning 200,000, 500,000 per month? A lecturer that goes to work from morning till afternoon. A lawmaker will go to House of Assembly and come back maybe 3 hours time or 4 hours time, twice in a week or 3 times in a week. But the lecturer is in school from Monday till Saturday, and you are paying him peanuts. And the lawmaker is receiving millions of naira in just a month. What are we talking about? The COVID-19 that we are shouting on today is not yet what we think. Because those people that have been confirmed that they are positive today, they didn't contact the COVID-19 in market. Our governor and the rest have not been in Sabo market or central market to buy food stuff. So if them are taking accurate measure, the way they are telling us to take, how come did they contact that COVID-19? We should be sincere to ourselves. Look at the billions of dollars that is coming to this country, and at the end of it, we will say nothing. I have said this 2017. This country will leave the present government will leave this country in debt of over 50 trillion naira before end of 2023. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Francis. Quite a lengthy one there. We're still taking your thoughts on some of the issues we're bringing this morning. Issues on the front burner, topical issues in Nigeria as it is today. Another caller is here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ohenacho.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name?
I am Job International.
It's good to have you here, Job.
I like you on this program more than the money program. Because on perspective, you don't just test everything. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I start with the COVID-19 first. The issue of COVID-19 is real. But leadership by example. How can you warn the masses that from hand to mouth to lock themselves inside while you, the governor, from all these things, you invite people from Mali, Kenya for marathon in Kaduna, not quite long. Now you come here and do the ceremony of Eli of Zozo, not quite long. The wedding of his son, not quite long. And people there without any observing protocols. And you expect the lower one to see that they should go. So I am advising him the issue of lockdown. We should sanitize ourselves and we should abide by the rules, but not lockdown. Because this time around, no palliative before, and they cannot give us now. At this period that we are facing, I'm advising them not to even go there. The issue of education, sir. Let us go back small. What is the definition of Boko Haram? Western education is prohibited, is forbidden. Now, before they were fighting with them, even Goodluck tried to fight them by putting Almajiri school to fight this menace. Now the government now came and stopped all the education that Goodluck gave through Almajiri. Now the Boko Haram has succeeded in penetrating into our universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, killing our lecturers, kidnapping students for ransom. And this government is sitting down, folding arm, clapping hand. And you expect that this country will go forward?
Job, I don't think it would be fair to say that the government is sitting down and folding his arms and not doing anything. The government,
their action is not enough. Let them pro this thing. Then the issue of Chinese loan, sir. Let me take you back small. Beginning of this administration, why were you that police recruitment in Kaduna Police College here was done by Arabic? Have you ever written exam in Nigeria with any language, even the Hausa or Igbo or Yoruba? The answer is no. But the police, that was institution of federal government, they was written by Arabic. So that was the beginning. And let me tell you, solution now. For us to get solution, two things will happen. Number one, stop putting foreigners ahead of Nigerians and put Nigeria first. That's one. Two, stop putting religion ahead of the performance. If you go by those who call anybody who qualified is qualified, better. Lastly, in every whether you go and bring American Marine or you bring special forces from America, I am telling you no solution. The only solution now, Buhari is the one that knows what to do. Either he can stop them or he should be removed. These are the two solutions. Thank you and God bless Invicta.
Well, at this point, again, I'd love to remind you, it's not about tackling or attacking anybody on the program. It's just so that we can find solutions to our issues. We're not calling for the removal of anybody as it is on this program. That's not our thoughts. Those are your thoughts and, what you think as Nigerians. And we, on the program Perspectives, we take all sides. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Abubakar from Guarimi.
I didn't get your name. Say again.
My name is Abubakar.
Abubakar, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. On this issue of coronavirus, it's really unfortunate that this second wave have to come in force like this. But the issue is that the people have left down their guard. We are living as if it is normal. We are just forgetting that we've forgotten for where we are coming from. We neglect all the the guidelines. So what we can do now is that we are the same people that we can stop this transmission of this virus. We have to take the safety into our hands. We have to ensure that at least we use our face masks, and make sure that we don't just gather, be on unnecessary gathering. So at the same time, the government or the philanthropists can help. Sharing this country now, there are times that when they are campaigning against HIV, they were sharing condoms for people for free. Why can't they be sharing just common face masks? Many people want to use this thing, they cannot avoid it, as cheap as it is. Let it be available. Let there be a place that people can just let them just be sharing on the traffic. Let them be sharing it for people. On the issue of this Chinese loan, for me, we should even be happy that we even have people that even lend us money. At this critical times, that this fund is even scarce. We have a lot of infrastructural deficits in our head. Government can no longer pay salaries of workers. when you think of what the government are budgeting for education and other things, even the defense that is taking the highest, what is the result of what we are getting? So what I would advise here is that the issue of borrowing, since most of those money is attached to infrastructural infrastructural sectors, and there's probability that those money can actually pay back. There's a guideline of how that money can be refunded in a long time. So we shouldn't worry about that. We should just be worried that whatever loan the government is taking, where are they channeling this loan to? How can they monitor this loan? This money, like what trackers are doing on all these National Assembly budget. We should individually, we just have to wake up and ensure that we monitor how this money is spent. What is the percentage of the money that is spent? What is the effect in the lives of the people? We should use it just stop asking government not to ask. If government doesn't borrow money, where would they have that money to work with? On the issue of the insecurity of asking the service chief on this issue of kidnapping in Kankara, well, it's very unfortunate. I just pray to Almighty God that those boys will return, and at least majority of them should return back alive. And I still believe that they are still within the track of the government. They still know they can still get these people. They should just unleash the mayhem and ensure that at least employ more personnel into the militaries and ensure that the welfare of the military are well taken care of. If all these things is actually taken care of, we will defeat this. We will defeat this thing. The challenge we are having now is quite different from what we were having before 2016.
Okay. All right.
God bless this country. Thank you very much.
Moving on, more calls are 081 40,000 989 and 07087 800 989. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Highness.
Welcome to Perspectives.
Pius calling from Alali.
Pius, we're glad you joined in.
Thank you. On the issue of this COVID-19, my advice to government is that please let the government start doing the right thing. Let everybody start doing the right thing. Meaning that all those places that are not observing social distancing, the government should go and know what to do with them. That is it. We know what to do. The people that are not exercising social distancing, they are the people that should be, at least the government should go and talk to them. Cars, marketplaces, and other places, I'm sure most of the private schools, they are observing social distancing and washing of hands and other things. They are doing it. So other places that people are not doing it, the government should go and talk to them. If they refuse, government should sanction them. That is what it's supposed to be. Not the problem of somebody should become our problem. Like though they are now trying to safeguard every individual, and that is what they are trying to do. But second lockdown is not going to go well with the people of Kaduna State. That is for that. So please, government should do the needful in this aspect. If they must lock Kaduna, they must at least present or make palliative for every household with good palliative, because we know what we passed through during the last lockdown. So please, the government should just put that one at the back of their own memory. The issue of insecurity in this country, everybody is stakeholder in the issue of insecurity. You, Ehenacho, myself, Pius, every individual. So what are we supposed to do? Everybody is supposed to be doing the right thing at the right time. If you see something, you say something. Failure to say something, I'm telling you, we are going to continue to live to see what we don't want to see. And we must take out any kind of ethnicity, religious bigotry in our mind. That is what is killing this nation. My own must be there. Even if he knows how to do it or he doesn't know how to do it, my own must be there. We must eradicate it and put the interest of the nation at heart.
All right,
please. Anything that we are doing. Finally, please. The issue of the Chinese law, I am telling you, we have to look inward.
There are many things that we are going to do in order to generate revenue. Look at what is going on in Kaduna State. Last year alone, El-Rufai generated 42 billion. In that 42 billion, even if he's going to pay salary for 1 year, the money will still remain. He will still do his project and the money will still remain. IGR, not to talk of his own monthly administration, not to talk of some other sources of money he got. So the federal government must look inward and know how they are going to generate money. I'm not advising them to be increasing tax here and there. There are a lot of ways to what? To generate revenue. And that is what you are saying. Loan is too much. What are we going to pay this loan? Is it our great-grandchildren that will come and pay it?
Pius,
so that is my take.
thank you very much for calling this morning. And have a very fantastic day. And with Pius's call, we would close the program today. It's been Perspectives on Invicta 98.9. You took your thoughts and responses and how you feeling your pause on some of the big issues in Nigeria today. Thank you very much for being a part of it. If you just sat back to listen, we're grateful you did. If you tried to reach us but couldn't, we apologize and hope that by tomorrow, when the program makes a return at 9 o'clock, you will be there to try again. My name is Iheanacho Prince. Please have yourself a very fantastic day, and we hope that tomorrow, Tony Alabi will be on for the program. Bye for now.